live on. But then I get the web pages up. Until I get a feed coming from there. Into the web page. Okay, I've got a feed on Instagram. Do you want Instagram? In a minute. I'll get you to on Instagram as well, see if you can hear anything. Excellent. I need to do a little note on stream. There it is. Currently live on YouTube. And then find out live on Instagram. And now to go live on TikTok. So, which one are you looking at, Kirky? Instagram's the main one, but for some reason, I don't know whether it's getting audio or not. It's just funny because I'm looking at 3 different screens, and the only one that seems to be streaming at the same time is TikTok. Both YouTube and Instagram, there's a delay on them. Okay, can you hear anything? Okay, that's muted now on the phone. I don't know whether you can hear anything. If I keep talking a little bit, I shall hold my stick up. You can hear it. That's interesting. Yeah, it is. Like I say, I know it was delayed. I can see Capelli going down there. Yeah, they're on a screen, but it's on YouTube. This is the other one. Yeah. Well, the audio should be. I'm actually at the right meterage decibels on OBS or streaming app. So, and actually when I play the video back, it's actually at a decent enough sound level. And to take it up a little bit. But not much because I'll be going into the red then. Can you hear any music? So I've got that. Okay. Oh, yes, just stopped. There, what's that like? Really? I'm going to say with a few seconds delay as well. Is that on YouTube? Yeah, I'm saying it's at YouTube, that one. Are you still on Instagram? And I've got 2 viewers on. Yeah, you can do. Well, actually, it's not telling you who's come on, but 2 people have viewed it on. Well, one of the problems I had when I was streaming via okay. Let me know what you're on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, I can mute you again. Okay, can you hear anything now on YouTube? Okay, does the bird sound okay? Does it cut out the music okay? Trying to figure out what to say. Oh, interestingly, I can see you as a stat now that's come up on the chats. In theory, I should be able to chat to you on there now. Let me just get my keyboard. Because I've not done anything on that. Because interestingly, I can't see any stats or anything on Instagram. It's just really not very good by comparison to YouTube or TikTok. So, look at that. Yeah. There should be a message come up on the chat for YouTube. Oops. Right, yeah. It's TikTok, man. So again, I think on hi Kirsty. Yep. Okay, I've unmuted. Hi, Turkey. That's interesting. You've not better you on there. It's interesting because I'm looking at the panel, the live chats and things, and you've not come up yet as joined. Oh, there you are. You've popped up onto the viewer. So it's like I think the bottom panel is when everybody's sort of going past it and looking. We're on a split second. And then I think if you're just someone else. And there's only one person, only you that's coming. Yeah, but those joined, I think they have to be on for over so many seconds before they come up and see him as a viewer. I think. Because on my panel, I can see, oh, there we go. The Buddhist Scotsman and Warren Lewis. So it must be Warren's gone. Hi, the Buddhist Scotsman. I'm just having a chat about how this is working with the live streams. Hope you can hear me okay. Can you chat something, Kirsty? You type something, I want to see where it comes up. Because I think it scrolls off the screen. There we go. Ah, yeah, so the bottom. Oh, that's it then. That sound okay though? this time. Can you hear the music in the background? Okay, there must have been something wrong then before. Okay. That's interesting. I think then that's within the audio stream. So it's that because I've actually had to create a separate stream, a virtual camera basically from OBS software through to TikTok. It must be something to do with the way the TikTok studio is broadcasting that stream. But it's not messed about with as much, I don't think. Is the music going down while I speak? Oh, alright, okay. I'm not good in the studio, you see, I've muted it all. The music should be back on again. It's... Yeah, well, that's how I've got it set up to do that. It's called a compressor. Hi, Beans. Seems, well, I was just dinosaurs and green dinosaurs, that's its names. Ha! It's cool. That's not bad then. The one earlier on today then might have been just a simple problem. Okay, well, I can see on YouTube we've got Matthew Gorilla. Do I watch Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad, I think I actually watched it all when it came out. And Aisha Williams, hi bro. Hi back at you. So, back to it, I think. I've had my cup of tea, I've had my biscuit. And it looks like the audio seems to be working okay now. So, let me just... this camera a little bit. There. So, for those of you who have just joined the stream, this is me working on my artwork, a self-portrait. There's quite a bit of symbolism and meaning on this piece, but I've actually been working on this background, the clouds, and I'm trying to give the impression of them sort of fade into distance. So on the left-hand side, it's quite dark, so that's to do with the past. And then on the right-hand side, it's a little bit lighter, but we've also got some sunlight breaking through the clouds because it's all to do with every cloud has a silver lining. I don't know whether you're aware of that phrase or not, but it's looking at the good side of things. So I've actually just early on today been working a little bit detail, which I'm quite happy with around this area. And then the latter part of today's session earlier, I was actually just creating more shape as it was integrating into the background. And I'm going to actually start working on this little bit of the clouds now, bring it down a little bit more. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll finish that and start working on the body. So that's where I'm at if you're around. Okay, hi Moon Moth Dreaming. Nice to have joined the stream. So, if you've got any questions or if you need to know anything, please feel free to just ask. I'll be turning around every few minutes and just seeing if anybody's got any questions. And this is streaming out across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So, and hopefully it's a nice little bit of relaxing music in the background. Which, because the way I've got it configured at the minute, I can't hear a damn thing. But I usually have a little bit of piano music or something in the background when I'm working, just a bit of chilled ambience. But obviously because of copyright and things, it's not my usual stuff that I have on. So, yesterday's stream I got nobbled by TikTok. Their bot kicked me off a couple of times because I'm assuming, it didn't tell me, but I'm assuming because of copyright from this sort of track. So today, it is copyright music. It was the same as yesterday, but I've actually copied the link and everything into the description of the background music. So I'm hoping that the bot sees that as well and doesn't actually, when I turn around, there's a big sign saying not broadcasting, and I have to appeal it. Which actually I did, it was done in seconds, so. No biggie. So one of the things with doing these types of streams is getting into the habit of talking while I'm drawing. I actually give some sort of running commentary, because normally you're just sat in quiet and you're alone with your thoughts. So it's a little bit of a challenge. I'm actually running through what I'm doing. So it's like at the minute I'm using the putty rubber, which if you've never used a putty rubber before, one of the things, oh, we've got a message. Can you draw the 25? I'll buy it off you. Okay, I've got no idea what that is. You'll have to give me more information. Somebody on YouTube asking me if I can draw something, they'll buy it off me, but I've got no idea what it is that they're asking me about. Whether it's some sort of character or something. Which, when I was a young lad, I actually wanted to be an illustrator, and I loved comics, and I actually have full collection of 2000 AD, incredible British comic, which is still going strong. If you've heard of Judge Dredd, in fact, I think the Strong Tim Dog are doing a film currently in production for that, which I can't wait to see. Take me back to my days as a young lad, but I actually wanted to be a comic book illustrator as a young lad. But I'm afraid they were nowhere near the amount of characters as they are these days. Especially with Annie, or whatever you pronounce it. And it's not a genre that I've really taken to, I'm afraid. I don't know if any of you watched any of the Judge Dredd films. The 80s one, I think it came out in the 80s, Sylvester Stallone, it was a classic. I know they did a remake a few years ago of it, and I actually loved that one as well, which is more true to the comic. I think that's Sylvester Stallone, when he played Judge Dredd, he actually took his helmet off, which was sacrilege. Judge Dredd was never ever supposed to take his helmet off. But obviously, if again, Megalith started to play a character, I'm assuming it was in the contract that he would. Okay, to die-hard fans, that was a no-no. So all I'm doing at the minute is blending the light to dark a little bit better. I actually use the putty rubber to pull out some of the eyelash off the edge of the cloud. And I'm just now slowly blending it out a little bit more to give that nice rounded feel to it. If that makes sense. So the charcoal sits quite lightly on the paper. And so I'm actually taking a little bit of it off with this darker, harder charcoal pencil. It knocks back the value slightly. But intermediate value range. Well, I think I was pointed out yesterday, it's so easy when you're working close up to the artwork like this. It's always best to take a step back and look at it to see what you're actually working on. Because you go from bigger shapes to detail. People forget that. If you know a little bit of your history with people like John C. Sargent, who worked in the multi-party size method, then they have to continuously taking steps backwards and forwards and comparing the subject with the artwork. Excellent. Things I did earlier. Oh, excuse me. One of the things I did earlier was actually bring the highlights up a little bit on the side of the face here. And the problem with that is it starts to become a little bit too much. So I'll just take it back just a little bit. It's a very, very light touch to the paper. Just dropping a little bit of charcoal over it, just to knock it back just a tad. Yeah. What's that?
computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Thanks, T. Okay, just taking a minute now, just so I can have a look at it. I can, if you actually too close, take it over that way. If you're actually too close to the canvas all the time, or the paper, or whatever you're working on, you can get bogged down in details. So the trick is to have a break every now and again, take a step back, and you can see how it all starts to fit together. So as I'm looking at it now, it's not bad. And for me, I've just got to work on this a little bit, I think, a little bit more here, between the heads. Just a little bit too much. Otherwise, I don't mind it. I might bring a little bit here, even this little bit out a little bit more, and then tomorrow I can actually start working on the rest of it. So I don't think I've got plenty of views, plenty of likes. The people keep popping back and having a look where I'm up to, which is the whole point of it. But if you've got any questions, just remember, just ask. Or if you're wanting to be able to draw yourself and something you're stuck on, just ask away. I'll be happy to answer any questions or help out. So yeah, this piece I think is just a little bit too, I quite like this area, a little bit more fluffy cloudy, which I think I need to bring into here a little bit as well. So again, using the trusted putty rubber, make sure you keep it warm. The more pliable it is, the warmer it is, it'll pick up more of the charcoal. So I'm just kneading the end of it, or kneaded rubber, putty rubber, and then I mold it into a nice point, and then I'm going to start to work into this bit a little bit more, lift a little bit of the charcoal. And like I say, I quite like how on the other side it's a little bit fluffier, a little bit more abstract. So I'm going to work into this bit a little bit more, a little bit above it. And yeah, I don't want it to be too light or too contrasty. And it's that sort of this bit of kind of rolling underbelly of the clouds. It's that sort of, rather than normally when you look at a cloud, it goes that way, and the light's usually at the top, so you're making it light at the top and darker at the bottom. It's the other way around, it's got to come lighter to darker to give that a look. Obviously, there's slight differences where the light's coming through, you've got a contrast. I'm going to be aware that any light is coming up this way. So maybe let's take that dark back a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I'm at a point where I think that's not too bad. I'm just been streaming for just over an hour. So we will see. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. It's quite dark now, actually. Let me turn this one around. There we go. A little bit better. Maybe a little bit too much. Anyway. So, that's it for now. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'll create a few highlights from today and yesterday. And fingers crossed. If you watch the highlights, you may drop in and have a look tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, wherever you are. Yeah.